Okay, I'm doing this video because I'm thinking about selling this. All right, this has got all new rims and tires, custom made headers, all new front suspension, welded in. You see them weld joints are really nice. Airbag suspension, tubular, control arms. It's got an automatic transmission with overdrive on it. I got a 3200 RPM stall converter for it that's not in it. We've got it set up where we can start it and run it, push button start, and boy, that thing, oh, it's amazing. It's a 350 bored out to a 355, and it's built really strong. It's four bolt main, 350, I think, obviously Chevrolet. I think we built it pretty strong. Actually, I didn't do it. I had a motor guy build it for me, and we spent probably about $2,500 on the internals, so that kind of give you an idea of what we spent. It's been sitting up inside my garage. My garage is heated and cooled, so it's not doing any damage to it sitting up in here. But it's got little gaskets in the, I think these are Holley 550s, double pumpers, I think is that what you call them. It's got that Edelbrock high-rise intake. Sounds really, really mean, I'm gonna tell you that. It's got the brake system already installed, power brakes. You see that that front steering and all that good stuff. See what you call that, rack and pinion steering. It's already done. You know, you see how well the motor mounts were done. It's pretty awesome. All this has been modified. Actually, all this is new. This is part of the, that's part of the original right there. And then he built that, put in there. The entire frame is boxed in on the inside to give it extra strength for the horsepower. He added this right here as well, obviously. Did a really good job building it. And this kind of was my dream to get this done, but I'm limited on how many people locally can finish the build for me. The guy stalled out the build. It's got two air compressors on it. One of them went bad because he just had it manually set up for me to run, and I thought they would shut off, and one of them, you know, they didn't shut off, and one of them burned up. So I don't know if it burned up one of these relays or the air compressor itself. But anyway, it's got a forward rear end in it. It's got disc brakes all the way around. It's got wheelwood on the front, and I'm not sure what these are on the back, what he was doing there, but anyway, it's a nice setup. You see a little rust on the rotors just from sitting up in here, you know, not having any action. The radio's just set up. It doesn't even have fans on it. It's just set up where it can pump water through the engine while you start it up, get it to idle or whatever. It's never been completely put together. It's got a Ford Mustang gas tank in the back, which actually fits perfect. If you look at this paint, absolutely amazing color. Kind of see it sparkles a little bit. It's got a lot of dust on it. You can tell I'm not trying to make it look real pretty to sell it. I'm just considering it at the point in the moment. But anyway, he's got this. He made this. He builds race cars. The guy that built it for me, and he built this suspension, and it's got airbags back here too. So it lowers down really good. Looks nice. Stance is absolutely amazing. I'll show you the body over here. He did a lot of work here already to make it fit the 350. He welded a strip in here just to bond this to this because he's going to make it smooth. The windshield's been taken out and the frame and all, and it was going to be a glass was going to come all the way to here and look really sleek and a finished look like a new car. He did all this in here, but obviously he sat it out for a couple of months under a tarp, and we didn't know it. This is one of those builds that he said would take 3 months, and it took 3 years, and it kind of stalled out. So not sure exactly if I want to sell it or not, but definitely considering it. It's a solid. It's solid. I mean, it doesn't have a lot of rust or anything like that. He's already fixed the cab corners and all that kind of thing. Here's the fenders. He's already beat out any major issues. You can see right here, it needs a little repair there. He was working on the bed, making little custom deals there. It's got a metal bottom. We've got wood, cypress wood for the floor that can be finished off. Here's all the running boards and everything. Running boards are in really good shape. Here's the whole front clip. Here's the door, or one of the doors. I mean, there's just in really, really good shape. I mean, look at this right here. I mean, you think that's new. I promise you, he didn't do that. That's either original drip edge. Yeah, it's original because you see the green paint for the original paint. Anyway, there's the nose. Here's the headlights. The other fender, he cut out this because he was going to put 46 Chevy lights on top of it. But anyway, everything's there pretty much. It just takes a builder to put it together and get that body painted and do all interior and all that stuff. I have a steering column for it as well. Yeah, pretty bad. Here's a little better look. Obviously, here's your air tank, but you see how he boxed it in on the inside everywhere. He did a really good job. Very, very impressed with his work. He was able to even use these shock supports for the front again, and yeah, I thought that was a pretty cool touch. And obviously, weld those on there and painted them up and everything. You know, it'll need a little bit of adjustment here for getting it aligned and all that in the end, but pretty bad. The water pump was just done there temporarily so that it could be pumping some water. Radiator is just sitting there. It's nothing mounted permanently, just so we could keep it running while he was working on the body. And obviously that didn't work out too great. So there's the tires right there. Got some deep dish on the back. Kind of what we're looking like. 0 miles on it. It's bad to the bone. It sounds like a race car from 2 miles away when you're revving the engine right here, and you can probably hear it from 2 miles down the road. It sounds pretty darn bad. Don't know if you'd want to keep the exhaust like that very long if you live in a neighborhood. Of course I don't, so I'm very fortunate. But a little bit more in the cab. Show you what else got. That's what I was telling you about here. There's my stall torque converter. Here's another door. But overall, I mean, you see this thing's in amazing shape. Here's the bed again. Here's the tailgate right there. It was restored in like 1990 and needed to be restored again, obviously. You can see where he welded in the floor pan instead of it being plywood on the floor or whatever it was. He wasn't quite finished with everything yet, but he even bead rolled, I think that's what you call that, to try to match the front firewall. And did that little tunnel right there. You see all that going on in there? Did a lot of work. There's your evaporator coil right there for your air conditioning. He was going to add AC, of course. Well, anyway, tell me what your thoughts are. I'm in South Carolina, and I'm looking to do something with this thing or sell it. Just not positive. You tell me what you guys would do. I like the truck. I've had it since 2006, so I've had it a long time, 15 years, and it's kind of part of the family now. But at the same time, I've got quite a few other classic cars, and this one's going to require a lot of work and a lot of money. And is this what I want to do, or do I want to do some work to my others? You can't do it all. So I do not want to be that guy that gives up on a project, but at the same time, gotta do what's best for me, my family, what I want, and sometimes what you want changes. I'd love to see this thing going down the road. Now, I could probably swing the money to do it. But anyway, maybe some of you guys on YouTube might see this and say, hey, I'll finish this build for you. It's about what it'll take. I'm ready to get started, and hey, I might jump on it. Or somebody might say, hey, this is perfect for me. I need that chassis, I need that body, or whatever. So just let me know. I got a title for it and everything. See ya.